So we're live right now. All right.
Right.
Where you at? Oh, I see you. Okay. Put the link in the chat for you right now.
Okay.
All right. I put it right under you. Right under you. You should be able to click on it. Okay.
All right, I'm right here. You see, you want to hold on. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Calm. Shalom, family. Shalom, everybody. We got a beautiful discussion today. Beautiful discussion today. I think it's going to be very edifying. Just got to get on. Let one of the younger brothers get on real quick, and then we'll go ahead and start. You got it. You got it up.
Yeah, it's I'm entering the broadcast.
Okay, perfect. Shalom, family. Shalom. Peace and blessings to everybody. Okay, there's my brother right here. Add to stream. Boom. There he is right there.
You want to stay on the call or like?
No, you right here. I could control. Hold on one second. Let me see how I could control the platform. So I got you on here so you can explain basically what's going on today, and then we can. Hey, do me a favor, D. Mute your phone. Are you still on the phone?
Cut your phone off.
D, are you still on the phone?
I just turned it off.
Okay, good. Okay, that's where the echo was coming from. Okay, good. All right, family. So shalom to everybody. We got a beautiful discussion. D, I'm gonna let you open it up since you're the one who kind of put us together. And then after I let you open it up, I'll let Rickie go ahead and say his opening statement, and then we'll just have a dialogue from there, a back and forth, respectful dialogue. All right. So go ahead.
So I was in school, right? Mm-hmm. And basically what happened was, so I was talking to I was in the auditorium and I was teaching people about the Israelites, right? So then I seen Rickie and them, and they was like, come over here. And they was like, come over here, right? And then so I sat down. And then I was talking to my sister before. So we was talking I had a discussion or a discussion when we was talking about Israelites. He was like, what do you say again? Rickie, do you remember what you told me when I first met you? You said something about you said it was something about the blacks and Hispanics. And then he said that, I was like, okay.
I know what I asked him. I said, can you name 5 African Americans who've done something positive
That's what it was.
that didn't play sports and not entertainer, and 5 Latinos or Mexicans who didn't play sports, not entertainers, that didn't sell drugs, and they couldn't do that, right?
Right.
And so we continue to talk. So what I do is I go into the schools, I impart liberating information about our people, right? So I'm in there imparting liberating information. So as I continue to impart this liberating information, after the session was over with, he steps to me, right? And he's like, well, you know about Hebrew Israelites? I said, yeah, I know about Hebrew Israelites. I said, yeah, but I'm not down with that. I'm like, he was like, well, the Bible. I was like, bro, I pastored the church for 6 years. I was associate pastor for 7. That's something that ain't real. Don't come telling me about no Bible. If you're going to just reference the Bible, you got to give me more than that. And he was like, well, you got to teach me. I said, well, if you listen, I will teach you. Right. So we going back, said something else. And then he just kept calling me. He called me every night. Well, you got to talk to this brother right here. I said, okay, well, bring him on. Who I need to talk to? Same information I share with you, I share with him. So put him on the phone and I'll explain to him why I don't think the Bible is real.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. Beautiful. Okay. And so correct me if I'm wrong. You don't think the Bible is real because there's no proof or evidence that the Bible is real outside of the Bible. Is that?
Well, that's a good reason for not believing it. And the other reason that I know that is that I know for a fact that the Bible came from pyramid texts and coffin texts. That's unquestionable. The Bible came from pyramid texts and coffin texts. What pyramids and what coffins? Right? So if I know where the pyramids at and I know where the coffins at, then I know what the information is. I did, right? Remember that book? When they didn't even believe in that. So I know for a fact that the Europeans got it wrong. So they went in there and took pieces of it and didn't lay it out right. And then when they make comments like, the earth flooded, the pyramid flood, two of every animal. So I know where the story of two of every animal come from. I go right there in the temples of Kara. You see where the two of every animal's from. You tell me about an apple in the tree. I know where that story come from. You tell me about mold in a person. I know where that story come from. I'm conscious of that. And so I've done presentations entitled Africans' Presence in the Bible. Well, I can go in there and just pull it out in a PowerPoint presentation. So when I said that to them, and I said it to most people, we can go and see museums on a daily basis. And there's not one museum in the world that has any information from the Bible. So if you pull it up, King Tut, King Akhenaten, Nefertiti, some other names, not even known kings, thousands of bodies. But you ain't found nothing. No Moses, no Peter, no Paul, no John, and no proof, not a spoon, not a bowl. Somebody help me with that. Right? And then you're gonna tell me that it's the King James version. Then I ask them, well, who is King James? And King James the right to authorize a version of the Bible when you said it's the word of God. And if it says virgin, then I know it's not a fact. Then if I know it's not a fact, I know it started in 1619. And my history it started in 1611. Well, slavery started in 1619.
Okay. So that's good. I like that. So that gives us a lot we can start from. The first question I want to ask you is correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that the Bible came, and I've heard this before. I've actually had many discussions with brothers that believe that. So you're saying that the Bible came from the pyramids or the walls of Egypt, right?
And I'm not just saying it, but it's documented. It's saying it. So it's a fact. It's not a truth. It's not a
That's
fake.
what I was about to ask you. So the Europeans took the original story from off the walls. Is that what you're saying? Correct?
That is what I'm saying.
Okay. So who do we have a name of the person that took the story?
Well, I think his name is he was an archaeologist. He was an Egyptologist by the name of, dang, if I would have said his name. Yeah, I can think of it right now. But there's an Egyptologist by the name of, why don't we just Google it?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah. If you want to Google it, you can. That's fine. We have time. We having a dialogue. So
Egyptian, it was a guy who did research. He was an Egyptologist, and he'll tell you about the book coming forth by day. Bridges, I think that's name, something like that. Right?
Okay. Wait, do you know the year?
I would be lying to tell you I knew the year. No, I don't remember the year. But let's Google it.
Okay. Yeah, you could Google it. So we want the year.
Something like that.
Yeah, we want the year that the Bible was translated from the walls and the person who did it.
Well, I don't know if I can go that far. So let's start with I don't even know if I can go that far, but you do know that it was translated.
Well, see, when you have a dialogue, and I know you know this, right? When you say a statement, you got to be able to support your claim.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking you if somebody did.
Now I said that, and you're right. But let me ask a question. Can you show me otherwise?
Yes, I can.
I'll wait.
Yeah. So, but I before we get into it,
I'll go get this while you show me.
Okay. So I like what you said earlier too. You said that there's no, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's no archaeological proof that Israel existed outside of the Bible.
Yes, I said that.
Okay. Okay, God. So, are you familiar? Let's start with Egypt first.
Kemet.
All right, if you want to say Kemet. Now,
if I want to say that's the original name for it, it's Kemet. Correct me if I'm wrong. And if you start Egypt, that's wrong. Is Egypto, but let's go with Kemet. Because
yeah.
Different from Egypt and Kemet. When you telling me about Egypt, you telling me about Alexander the Wicked. But if you telling me about Kemet, we go a little further. Now you telling me about Isis and Horus. But I'll wait.
Okay. Are you familiar with the Merneptah Stele?
No.
Okay. Let me show you what this is.
Metu Neter.
Huh?
Talking about the same thing? The Metu Neter?
No. The monarch. No, not the Rosetta Stone, but we could talk about the Rosetta Stone in a second.
What about the Metu Neter?
Do you want me to bring out the history first, or you want to go into because I was going to bring out some archaeological proof
Yeah, come on.
outside of the Bible. Okay. Okay, so I got a couple of things. I got a lot of things actually, but the Merneptah Stele. All right.
Can I share the screen?
Yeah, you can. But do you want me to go? Because I know. Or do you want me? Or do you want to go ahead and?
No, I'm gonna stop and let you go. But I want to ask you when you finish, will you give me access to share my screen?
Absolutely. You it should be able to give you the access to share.
I'm ready now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you want me to share? Do you want me to finish, or do you want to?
I would love to hear from you.
Okay. So let me share my screen real quick. And my screen should be sharing. And let's go. Let me see.
Comment forth bad day.
Let me see if this is how you. Hold on 1 second.
Egyptian Book of the Dead. There you go. We'll go with that. There you go. I got it.
Let me see if I can. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there it is right there. Here it is right here. So are you familiar with this? All right. This is the Merneptah Stele. Let me go to it.
Yeah.
Seen this?
Mm-hmm.
Familiar with this?
Yeah.
This was a king of Egypt.
Which king?
Right. His name was Merneptah.
Okay.
Merneptah. Okay.
What dynasty?
He was he ruled in 1213 to 1203 BCE.
Okay. Come on with it.
All right. He was discovered by Flanders Petrie. If you know who Flanders Petrie is, Flanders Petrie was one of the founding fathers of Egyptology. Yeah.
Oh well.
He was one of the founding fathers of Egyptology. Matter of fact, there would be no Egyptology as we know today without this guy.
Well, wait a minute. I would disagree.
Okay, Con, let me just bring this last thing out, and then we can talk about him too. So, also known as the Israel Stele. So it's also known as the Israel Stele, right? And it speaks of the victory of Merneptah, all right, or Merneptah, all right. It speaks of his victory over different nations, all right. It says the text is largely an account of Merneptah's victory over the Libyans and their allies. But the last 3 of the 28 lines deal with the separate campaign in Canaan, then part of Egypt's imperial possessions. Okay. It says the stela is sometimes referred to as the Israel Stele because the majority of scholars translate a set of hieroglyphs in line 27 as Israel. Alternative translation have been advanced but are not widely accepted. It says the stela.
Widely what?
Other translations of the stela have been attempted but not accepted. Okay.
Sometimes referred to as the Israelites because the majority of scholars translate a set of hieroglyphics. Line 27 is Israel, right? That's an alternative translation, have been advanced but not widely accepted. Make sure we make note of that.
Yeah, definitely. It says the stela represents the early textual reference to Israel and the only reference from ancient Egypt. So on this stela, and we have more, but I want to pull this one out first. On this stela, most of the Egyptian scholars, including Flanders Petrie, which we could talk about him in a second, they talk about the victory that Merneptah had in Israel is referenced on this particular stela. I suggest, I've done research on it. It'll be a good read for you to research, and you can see for yourself and verify it. And everybody that's watching, go and verify it for yourself, and you can see that Israel is referenced. Okay, so that's one. That's one. That's
my question about Israel being referenced. I'm talking about the Bible, bro.
No. Listen to me.
So when you telling me that Israel is being referenced on an Egyptian stela,
what I'm saying is, let's take it slow.
That doesn't mean that that's Africa. That doesn't mean that's the Bible. But I'm gonna wait.
Hold on. Your statement earlier was, I need proof outside of the Bible Israel existed. I asked you.
I did not say that. I did not say that.
So you believe Israel existed then as a people?
Oh well, Israel is a location. There's some people. So I'm not fine. Yeah, you can find Israel anywhere. You know, there's Israelis. We know about the Palasha Jews. I don't question that. Well, this is my. Let me make it clear. I never question that. I said there's nothing in the Bible, right? There's no places, no ornaments, no statues, no nothing that proves that the Bible exists. That's what I said.
Right, and I pulled up the Merneptah Stele to show you that Israel had.
It proves that it mentioned Israel, but it doesn't prove that the Bible exists. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, so let's slow down.
Let me ask you, do that. Take me to the Bible is what I'm saying.
Hold on, let's slow down, because let's slow down. You just said that you never heard of the Merneptah Stele.
Yeah, and I mean, once you showed it to me, I said, well, I've seen some things like that before.
And
it's on the internet, and you pulled it up, and you showed me a European, and I'm saying to you, I'm not questioning about Israel.
Well, I didn't show you just any European. I showed you the founding forefather of Egyptology.
Well, I don't consider him the founding father. I would consider Dr. Ben Yakin as the founding father.
How old is Dr. Ben Yakin?
Of reference.
How old is he?
Ben is very old.
Is he alive today?
No, he's not.
Okay. Well, what I mean is when I say that. Hold on. Let's slow down, Rickie. Let's do this then. Let's hold that. I guarantee you, he wasn't before Howard Carter. You know who Howard Carter is?
Do you know who Anthony Browder is? Do you know Ansel Clay?
No. Yeah, I've heard of him.
And you asking me those questions about these European people, and I'm saying to you, I don't reference them. It's just like telling me that Pythagoras is the father of man. Let me repeat. Let me say this. For you to say that to me, for me to accept them as being the father of Egypt, that's what you said.
No, I didn't say the founding forefathers of Egyptology.
Egyptology, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you said to me, and I said to you,
that's what they are.
Right. Well, that's your frame of reference. But let me give you a different frame of reference.
I mean, this was in okay. Can we agree on this? Hold on. Before I let you go, can we agree on this? Before we get to Howard Carter and before we get to Flanders Petrie, right? Do you know about John Francisco Champollion?
Yes, I've heard that name before.
Right. He was, well, if you know about the Rosetta Stone, he was the one that.
Yes.
So without him, you wouldn't even know how to read the Meta-Net.
I still don't know how to read the Rosetta Stone. So
well, no,
you would be lying.
I know you don't. The white man gave you his translation on how
you. White man, it ain't about the white man. I'm telling you, I get my.
Oh, it's not about the white man now.
No, it can never be about the white man.
Well, if he's the one that translated your hieroglyphics on the Egyptian wall, it is about the white man.
In what respect?
In the respect of
he's the only one that could have done that.
Well, give me an older black man that did it before John Francisco Champollion.
Had access to it either, didn't we?
Huh? That's the point. That's the point.
But once they got access to it, they gave their own frame of reference. You still giving me the frame of reference from a European. I'm telling you that they not. You said it's just like saying to me in the classroom, I got a degree in mathematics. They told me that Pythagoras was the father of math. Is Pythagoras the father of math?
No, I didn't say he was the father of the language. I just said that he was responsible for the translation that you have today.
Okay. And I'm not questioning that. But the point I was making was this. We're talking about authenticating your Egyptologist. And I'm saying that it's just like telling me that Pythagoras is the father of math or Euclid is the father of geometry. Now, we both know that if I went on the computer and pulled that up, it would state that Pythagoras is the father of math and Euclid is the father of geometry. But that wouldn't be correct.
Well, you said it earlier. You said that we had no access to the walls before the white man went in and did what he did with the walls.
Yeah, and we was in it first.
No, that's not my point. The point is, for years that we weren't in it, he went in it and did what he did with it, and gave you the knowledge. And even when you go visit Egypt, he tells you where you can go walk.
That's not well because I'm glad you said that because they colonized it.
Exactly. So what I'm saying, exactly.
But guess what?
So what I'm saying is, and guess what? You learned in your schools, in the school system, he told you was African, and he told you all of this stuff. So
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He didn't call you African,
sir. He may have called me an African, but I know what I know. I keep a line in. The original name for Africa is Akibalon. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's not the point. I'm just saying that this is the point, brother. You wanted me to show you. First of all, you said that a white man took the story and created the Bible off the walls of Egypt. So I was trying to.
I didn't start off by saying a white man. I said the stories of the Bible came off the walls of Egypt.
And you said it was from a European, and I asked you for the name of that European.
Put it out, and the name of the book is the Egyptian book of the Egyptian book of the dead, or coming death by day. What is it? Egyptian book, the book of coming forth by day. Yeah,
I know about the Egyptian book of the dead. What I'm asking you is, give me the. I'm asking you, give me the name of the European guy that created the Bible. The name and the year of the European guy that created the Bible from the walls.
I can tell you, as far as I can go back, is I'm familiar with the King James Version. And I know that the King James Version, just for the fact it says a version, started in 1611.
It says it. It says the King James. That's not no secret. It tells you it was translated in 16.
I'm not questioning that. I'm not saying it's a secret. I said 1611, but I know slavery started in 1619.
Absolutely.
So, and I know for a fact that when they brought us from our country, we wasn't reading that book.
So let me ask you a question. This is my question though. My question is, give me a date and give me the European that went, because this was your statement.
Sir,
this was
I give you a date and I cannot give you the European.
Okay, so that means that you have to take back that statement.
But let me give you, I can't make that statement. But it's just like saying, I don't know that. But that don't mean it doesn't prove that the Bible's right.
But you made a claim that you can't support.
Okay.
So with that being said, we will have to conclude. We will have to conclude that that claim is not true.
That is not true. You
Yeah.
cannot conclude that. Just because we haven't stated it, don't mean it can't be stated. So correct me if I'm wrong. Because you asked me for dates and a name.
When you make a claim like that,
I'll tell you the date or the name.
What did you ask me to give me? You asked me to show you, and we haven't even gotten to it. I have some.
I'm gonna tell you what I asked you to show me.
Hold on. Let me, Ricky. Hold on one second, Ricky. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Ricky. So you asked me to show you, because we both asked the question. You asked me to show you any proof outside of the Bible that there was a nation of Israel. So, and then I asked you.
I didn't ask you that. Sir, I didn't ask you that.
Ricky. And then, so I asked you.
It's being recorded. I didn't ask you that.
Everybody said they heard you.
As being recorded, I did not ask you that.
You did. When you go back, you can go back and rewind it. You did ask me that.
Sir, I did not ask you that. Why would I ask you that?
You said that there's no reliable proof outside of the Bible of any of the people inside of the Bible. So I started with the nation of Israel itself. And I'm proving to you. I'm going to prove. Hold on, Ricky. Hold on, Ricky. Hold on, Ricky. Hold on,
those people you put
Ricky.
Those people you
I'm gonna let you talk. You know, I'm being very cordial with you.
I am too.
Listen. It's okay. So what I was going to start off with, because I know that you're a Pan-African, right? So you like archaeology and things of that nature. I'm going to show you evidence of there being a nation of Israel. Okay, we have to establish. Hold on, Ricky.
Doesn't prove that the Bible, man.
Hold on,
I'm
Ricky.
not questioning about the Israel, because anybody can give a name. I'm not questioning that. You keep taking me there, but that ain't the question.
Ricky, you Ricky, you changing your tune now because you didn't know I could show you that.
Boy, okay, I'll wait. Show me that.
Okay, so now before we go into more of it that I can show you,
can I share?
We established that Ricky's earlier statement was not true. That a European went to the walls.
That, sir.
Okay.
That. My statement is, you ready? Let's correct this. My statement is this. I want you to show me proof that in the Bible, that those characters in the Bible, you're going to prove to me that they exist. You can't you do that?
No, that wasn't your statement that I'm talking about.
Let me restate
your statement. Hold on, Ricky. Ricky,
can I restate it?
Ricky, hold on.
Can I restate it?
Ricky, hold on, sir. It's okay. Relax. So your statement was that a white man went to the walls of a Kibbalon, or whatever you want to call Kemet.
Yes.
And he took the story from the walls and created the Bible. I asked you to give me a name of that white man and a date.
I couldn't.
And so all I'm saying is that statement, since you can't prove it, it's not factual and it's not true. It's a
That's
lie.
not true. That's not true, bro.
You smarter than that, Rickie. Come on, man.
Now you ready to hear this? That does not prove that my statement is not true. I said that I cannot recall. So let me change that.
How can you say something that you can't recall? You got to be able to prove what you say.
I couldn't prove that. So
okay, the Bible says prove all things.
Well, I'm not following the Bible.
Yeah, but you got to be able to prove your statement.
I just can't prove it now. That don't mean it can't be proved. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let me do it.
Until you can prove it, it can't be proved. That's what we opened up with. Okay, research it. We'll wait for you. Now, before you do that.
Now, so guess what? I may not be able to pull it up now, but I'm going to pull it up. Give me the next one.
Okay. So with that being said, let's go to the next one.
And I want access to the screen too.
Okay. Yeah, no, you can't. If you look on, are you on the computer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, it should show you at the bottom. It should show you and it should say share screen.
Yeah.
Or it should say share. Yeah, you could be able to share your screen. Okay. Now this is have you heard of this is called Shishak. All right. This is the Emperor Shishak. Okay. In 1926 BC. Okay. It was discovered in 1799 AD on the walls of the Temple of Amun in Karnak. All right. And it says the Pharaoh Shishak lists more than 150 towns and peoples he conquered during his military campaign into Israel, Judah in 925 BCE. Here is I can pull it up. I can share my screen real quick and pull it up for you so you can see it.
Mine as well.
Okay.
You anymore? Where are you?
Hold on 1 second. Can I share my screen first just to show you this and then I'll let you share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me show you this. Now I wanted to start. I can show you other archaeology outside of Egypt, but I wanted to show you, since we love Egypt so much, I wanted to show you archaeology inside of Egypt proving Israel first. Hold on, let me show you this. Hold on, Salakia. Let me show you this. Salakia just means sorry. Let me show you this real quick and then I'll give you the floor and you can pull up whatever you want.
What's the man's name? What's the man's name who pulled up the Bible inside the coffin?
Let me see. Here it is right here. All right. Here it is right here.
I know his name.
Huh?
I'm trying to think of the guy's name.
All right. Here it is right here. Let's go to the images just so I could pull it up and you guys can see. It's right here.
Oh, I got the same images.
Let's see. It is right here. It is right here.
What, the word Israel?
He mentions yes. He mentioned. I'm giving you the reference so you can research it. He references Israel. All right. And before we go there, I'm going to do you something even better too. I'm going to show you
before we go there, because you're going to waste your time.
No. This is going to be real quick. This is going to be real quick.
Sir, I don't waste your time, and I want you to waste mine. I'm not talking about Israel. I want proof.
Hold on. I'm getting out the Bible. Hold on. Let's get 1 Kings 11 and 40.
Take me there.
I'm going to the Bible right now. This is 1 Kings 11. I'm going to show you that this is in line with the biblical narrative in 1 Kings 11 and 40. Can I do that?
My buddy told me that the line of Judah told me that King Solomon came all the way down to Bob Marley. Come on, man.
All right, this is
proving anything.
This is 1 Kings 11. This is
names does not define locations. Where are the people?
Hold on, Salakia.
I'm gonna listen.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Shishak. All right. This is 1 Kings 11, and let's read verse 40. Here it is right here. It says Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam. So if you want to, you guys, it's 1 Kings 11 and 40. Guess who's mentioned? And Jeroboam arose and fled into Egypt. Now we're in a geographical location in Egypt. Unto Shishak, king of Egypt, and was in Egypt until the death of Solomon. So now we have the Bible referencing a real, actual historical Egyptian figure that we can prove on the walls of Kemet in hieroglyph Shishak mentioned in Egypt and in the Bible. If you go to 1 Kings 14 and 25, let's get some more. 1 Kings
I don't want to be
25.
I don't want to
I'll read this last one. I'll read this last one. It says, and it came to pass in the 5th year of King Rehoboam that Shishak, king of Egypt, came against Jerusalem. So now we can, and you can go to 2 Chronicles 12 and 12, 2 and 9. You can see the biblical narrative goes hand in hand with the archaeological proof in Egypt, in the wall, in the area of Ammon and Karnak, where Shishak references the nation of Israel being one of the nations he took under in tribute, and the Bible goes hand in hand with that same exact historical narrative.
Are you done?
Okay. Yeah. I'm done. I just wanted to bring that out for you. So now you asked me. Okay, go ahead.
You were done.
Go ahead. Yeah. I was just trying to finish my statement. You stopped me before.
The reason why it was hard for you to finish your statement because you went back to the Bible, and I'm trying to tell you that.
Just told me.
Can I finish? You're gonna talk to me and reference the Bible? How
you just told me
that I'm questioning that?
You just told me to show you that the Bible. Okay? Am I tripping? Didn't he just say I need you to show me historical events that parallel with the Bible?
I need you to show me.
I just did that.
People in this Bible, right? What you said. Well, where's the book coming from, bro?
Well, I just showed.
Let me ask you this question. So you referenced me and you said, well, Rickie, you can't tell me what date, and you can't tell me where you got it from. I need to ask you a question. Give me the date. Tell me where you got it from, right?
The Bible goes all back.
Not the Bible. It predates the Bible.
What are you look, you confusing me.
You're telling me that predates the Bible. It had to, wasn't it?
Wait, listen to me. When did Shishak? Let's deal with Shishak. When was Shishak Pharaoh according to Egyptology? When was he Pharaoh?
I don't recall.
Okay, let's go back. Let's recall it.
Shishak was. When you talk to me like that, you going in circles. That's not gonna prove that to me.
Rickie, you gotta let me.
You not listening to me.
Rickie,
you're not listening to me.
If you ask me a question,
I asked you a question. Yeah, and I'm saying to you, that's not proof. That's what I said to you.
Okay, so if we see the same exact story, right, from Shishak, who was an emperor, because I like history.
Answer this question then. So if you
hold on, Rickie,
and I wait, you can't do all the talking, bro.
Okay, Rickie, I gotta mute you, man. Goodness grief, I gotta mute Rickie.
You can't do all the talking, bro.
Rickie, hold on, let me mute you for a second. Hold on. I gotta mute you for a second. Y'all see, this don't have to be that difficult. Okay, it doesn't have to be that difficult. Okay, it's simple questions. All right, I had to mute you for a second so that you can listen. All right, I don't mean to be rude, but it's very simple. When you start going crazy and all that, Rickie, they can't hear you, Rickie.
I'm saying you're not gonna just mute me,
Rickie. I have to mute you. I have to mute you.
Okay. Then we have to stop the conversation.
Rickie, listen. I'm trying to unmute you, but I have to mute you if you're gonna keep talking.
No, I'm done.
All right. You done with the conversation?
Rickie!
You trying to get out of here? Well, that took only 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was hilarious. He did worse than the scientist dude. My scientist buddy. Oh, he got out of there, man. Let me get a preset. Oh man. Oh, that was hilarious. Hold on, baby. Go in the room. Hold on, man. That was hey, Israel, was that funny? Or was that funny? He thought he was gonna come on. See, this is, you can't stand against the knowledge of the Most High God. You can't stand against the knowledge of the Most High God, period. All right. Rickie don't want to come back. Rickie left. Let me get this real quick. Let me pull out this scripture, man. That was hilarious, Israel. See, he thought he was talking to somebody that didn't know. That was his problem. He got on here. See, don't let these bootleg ass Egyptologists say whatever they want. Question them when they say some felonious bullshit like the white man created the Bible from the walls of Kemet. Ask them to give you a date and a name of who did it. Ask him to give you a name and a date of who did it. And they're not going to be able to do it. All right. Proverbs 28. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 1. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. I didn't even get to get into everything. I didn't even get to get into everything. I was gonna tear him up. And you let them talk long enough, they're gonna talk themselves right into a hole. He gonna tell me I need you to show me this. What these fake ass Egyptologists, I don't know nothing, man. They don't know nothing. See, I researched. What my brothers call me, they call me the Hebrew Israelite Egyptologist, because I study your history. Problem is, you don't know nothing. You don't know, and I was very respectful to Rickie. You understand? I was very respectful to Rickie. But you can't say statements and you have no proof. I didn't even get to pull everything out, Israel. I'm so sorry. I'm so mad. I didn't even get to pull everything out, Israel, but I mean, y'all get the point. I mean, it was only 37 minutes, man. You know, I got so much more. Look, Israel, y'all think I'm lying? Look at this. I got, look at this. I didn't even finish pulling out. This is a portfolio. I didn't even finish pulling out everything on my boy Rickie. You understand? It says the righteous are as bold as a lion. I was gonna pull out this one, the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone. Y'all look up the Rosetta Stone. Even when you talk to Egyptologists and they try to tell you the white man wrote the Bible, I can tell you and I can prove it to you. Let me read this. I can prove it to you that the white man gave you your Egyptology. I can prove to you that a white man gave you your Egyptology. The founding forefathers of Egyptology is Howard Carter, John Francisco Champollion, and Flinders Petrie. Howard Carter was an English archaeologist and Egyptologist who became world famous after discovering the intact tomb of the 18th dynasty pharaoh King Tut. So I can show you, guess what? You wouldn't have the tombs or none of that if a white man didn't discover it for you. So the same way y'all try to say that a white man gave, and you can't prove that, I can prove to you. John Francisco Champollion was a French scholar. All right. He was a French scholar. And he was a decipherer of the Egyptian hieroglyphs and founding figure in the field of Egyptology. During the early 19th century, French culture experienced a period of Egyptomania. All right. And he was the founding forefather. He also brought to light the translation of the Rosetta Stone. Without the Rosetta Stone, there is no Merneptah and all that bullshit y'all be talking. Flinders Petrie was an English Egyptologist and a pioneer of systematic mythology and archaeology and preservation of artifacts. He held the first chair of Egyptology and the United Kingdom. His most famous discovery was the Merneptah Stele. So stop it, man. Stop all that. Let me get real quick. I'm gonna get my boy back on real quick. Brother, if you watching, I'm gonna let you get on so you can say how you feel. All right. Khan, very prideful. Rickie Lake had to get out of there. I just shared it. The link. Log back in. Young Ak, log back in. I want to before we let you go, I want to get your testimony. All praises. What's up, Ak?
Hey man.
How you feel? What'd you say?
If I could have did it, I would have did it. Hey, I didn't even really want him to have to get embarrassed like that in front of 100 people, but it is what it is. Because if I knew what you knew, I would have told him myself, but it is what it is.
So what he tried to do, D, he tried to embarrass you at school because he knew you probably, just gotten the truth and you don't know a lot of this stuff. So he tried to, he thought he was dealing with somebody. He didn't know who he was dealing with. So you know what you do? You go back to school and you see that man. You tell that man, hey, my boy Ratazan already smoked you, so I don't got to talk to you. You understand?
Yeah.
You be bold. How you feel now? You feel confident, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all praises, man. This young brother going hard at his school. All right. This young brother going hard at his school, and the dude tried to stop the young brother. You understand? And now you can feel even more confident when you at school now, brother.
Yeah.
All praises to the Most High, man. How you feel? You feel like a win, huh?
Yeah.
He was talking big at school, wasn't he? Tell the people some of the stuff he was saying.
So he was like, he kind of said a lot of stuff that he said to you. He was like, when I first
before that, tell him. I want you to tell him how he was talking reckless. Like, yeah, bring anybody. I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah. He was like, I'm a real scholar. If you put him on the phone with me, I'll cut anybody up. And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah.
Oh man, hey, all praises. Hey, look, man, you got my number now. Anytime you need me, you can call me. All
right, cool. Because it's
all right. You said
I used to always try to email you, but it wouldn't right. It'll be like this believes it away with 144K. It'd be like not found or not sent to this person. So I'll be like, I don't know what's going on. So
yeah, con. All praises. So you got my number. You call. Hey, look, if Rick, hey, I'm your big brother. If Rickie give you some problems at school, you call me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
If Rickie give you some problems at school, any Egyptologist give you some problems, you call me.
I got you.
I didn't talk to a lot of them. Matter of fact, one of my
I seen that last video you did like a few years back.
Yeah, on Egyptology. Yeah. Matter of fact, if y'all haven't checked that out, I'll put it in the link for brothers and sisters to check that out. But all praises to the Most High. Rickie came, he got out of there. He couldn't handle the knowledge, man. He couldn't. And like I said, that wasn't it. I have so much more. I have so much more, But we'll save it for another time, man. My little sister Kia, she know. My little sister Kia, she know how much I got on Egyptology. Better let them know. Let them know. All praises to the Most High, man. We ain't gonna keep everybody long, man. Hey, I hope everybody seen this and share this video to any Egyptologist you know, please. And AD, you text me, all right? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna log off, all right? But you hit me up anytime you need me, Ak, okay?
Okay, cool.
Con. Shalom, family. Love y'all, man. I hope that was enjoyable for y'all. I'm sorry it was quick. Sorry it was fast. We made quick work. Be quiet, mama. We made quick work. All praises. But you guys have a beautiful, blessed night, man, and enjoy this video. Shalom, family.
All right.
Shalom.